looks like our umpires tonight are going to be Jason Rude, and that looks like a Mickelson.
It is Brandon Mickelson. You're right.
Mickelson.
So they're having their meeting. They'll get things ready to go here very soon. But guys, it's just a very, very muggy day, and you kind of wonder how that's going to affect the teams later on in the innings here.
It could become a factor, but these are young guys. They're used to being out in the warmth. And each of these teams have played quite a few games this summer, so they know or they've been instructed, I'm sure, to make sure that they're hydrated before and then during and then after the game also. So should be good.
Taking a look here at, we know that Prairie du Chien has got to be one of the favorites here, Chuck, when it comes to this regional. We've seen Prairie du Chien play over the course of the years. Very solid program.
Yes, they always have been. And I was just talking to Nate Checkett too, and he was saying that all the ball, it was the first yesterday, I think he said it was the first day he's been away from a ballpark since the first part of July between Legion and his daughter playing as an 8th grader, and so he's been busy too. They see a lot of ball things.
Pretty interesting with that. Well, and then of course we'll be watching the next game. It's going to be Viroqua, and they will be taking on the host Stoddard Legion team. And of course Viroqua, we know they were state champions, and in high school they've been just very, very solid, obviously regional contenders, sectional contenders, state, and so on. Peter Swanson, a longtime coach there. Carl, he just keeps seeming to he just seems to bring out the best in the players.
He does.
He does.
Year after year.
He's been, I talked to Pete a little bit. Well, I talk to him fairly often, but the last conversation I had with him was, a little bit on retirement, and right now he figures probably about 2 weeks after his funeral he'll quit.
That sounds like Pete. Yes, I could understand that. So, well, let's take a little break. We'll come back, take a look at some of those sponsors here that we so appreciate, and we'll come back and have the first pitch coming up here and the play-by-play with Chuck Rasmussen and Carl Zuby. Back in just a moment. back we come here to today's ball game being held at the Stoddard Village Park. I'm Ken Manning along with Chuck Rasmussen and Carl Zuby as we get ourselves set for tonight's game number 1 of 6, potentially 7 games here. If we do have the 7th game, that would be on Sunday, but right now everything is slated, guys, for 7:30 tonight, Friday night, and Saturday evening as well. And again, as I mentioned, if we need to have that 7th and deciding ball game, that would be Sunday afternoon at around 1 o'clock. Well, taking a look here, Chuck, let's turn everything over to you as you take care of our play-by-play, and thanks again for being here.
All right, we're at the Stoddard Village Park. I'll give you the lineup for Fennimore. Fennimore comes in with a summer record of 4-12. Leading off for Fennimore is Drew Pfeiffer. He is playing second base. Batting second, Mason Adkins. He is the shortstop. Right fielder, Will Annan, is batting third. The cleanup hitter is Mark Kenny. He is playing third base. Maximus Miles. Max Miles is behind the plate, and he'll be followed in the lineup by Lucas Lewandowski. Lewandowski, the pitcher today. Batting seventh, Devin Krul. Krul playing first base. Austin Orn is in center field, and batting ninth, Cam Winkerson. He is in left. So Pfeiffer will lead things off. We'll give you the defensive setup here real quickly, but it'll be Sean Nicholson for Prairie leading things off on the mound. Number 10, Pfeiffer stands in, the left-handed batter. This pitch is going to be taken outside for a ball. Pfeiffer, number 3 on his bat. Finishes senior year in high school. All conference for Fennimore High School. There's a fly ball out toward right center field. It'll be the center fielder, Owen Oldenburg, over to make the catch for out number 1.
That was a nice catch. He covered some ground on that one.
Next up,
He did.
shortstop, number 13, Mason Atkins.
Batting second here for Fennimore. Right-handed will be the shortstop. Number 13, Mason Adkins. Pitch from Nicholson. Swung on and missed by Atkins. Atkins finished his junior year in high school. Was also all conference. Fennimore Golden Eagles. Called strike. 0-2 on Atkins. Warm day. Little breeze. Looks like blowing out, would you say?
Yeah, I would say blowing from left field toward right field.
Ground ball. The shortstop bobbles it. And it'll be an error on Dylan Coleman. Atkins reaches first.
With one on and one out, and now batting right fielder, number 40, Will Ahan.
Okay, Will Annan, number 3 batter, steps up to the plate now. Number 40, playing right field today. Finished his senior year in high school. Are on first. Atkins. Defensively for Prairie du Chien, John Nicholson on the mound. Connor Smith behind the plate. Aiden McCluskey will at first. Pitch. Taken for a ball, ball 2. Second base is Brady Russell. Shortstop Dylan Coleman, and at third base is Maddox Chaka. The outfield in just a second. Will pitch. 3-0 outside. The outfield for Prairie du Chien, Colton Thompson is in left. Owen Oldenburg is there in center field, and in right field is Chase Fisher. 3-0 the count. And the 3-0 pitch is swung on. Going to right field. The right fielder, Chase Fisher, will make the catch for out number 2.
With 2 out, third baseman, number 22, Mark Kenny.
Mark Kenny, cleanup batter, steps in with a runner on first and 2 outs. Kenny, number 22. Takes the called strike for the pitch. Kenny was all conference this spring for Fennimore. Finished his junior year. Shortstop. Clean up batter. The 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. It's hit towards center field. Oldenburg will drift back on it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So the runner reaches base on an error and no runs across. 0-0. We go into the bottom half of inning number 1.
Back with more here from Stoddard in just a moment. And back we come here to Stoddard. We'll go into the bottom half of inning number 1.
Leading things off for Prairie du Chien in the bottom half of inning number 1.
Leading off for Prairie du
Third
Chien,
baseman, Maddox Chaka.
Maddox Chaka.
Number 15, Aiden McCluskey, the first baseman. And batting third for Prairie du Chien today is Brady Russell. Russell playing second base. First pitch to Chaka is outside. Colton Thompson will follow in the cleanup spot. He's the left fielder. Chase Fisher, the right fielder, batting 5th. Connor Smith, the catcher, is batting 6th. And then the pitcher, John Nicholson, 7th. Followed by Dylan Coleman, the shortstop, and Owen Oldenburg. We'll round things out here for Prairie du Chien. Prairie du Chien comes in with a 14-9 summer record. The 1-1 pitch to Chaka. Fouled back. Kenny, that's oftentimes where you put a camera.
Yeah.
It makes things more exciting if you have that camera right there on that screen, you know.
Didn't you notice I'm pretty laid back right now? I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And it's a shot to the third baseman. Mark Kinney makes a grab. So out number 1.
Didn't even get a chance to move the camera.
Not.
Well, quick shout out to Allstate Insurance, located at 3629 Mormon Cooley Road, Suite A in La Crosse. You're in good hands with the Manning Agency.
Aiden McCluskey, the left-handed batter, steps in. Takes the first pitch outside. On the mound for Fennimore, it's going to be, here it is, Lucas Landowski. Behind the plate, Maximus Miles. And at first base, it's Mr. Cool. Swing and miss. Devin Cool. I forgot to write his first name down on the defensive part of this. Count 1-1 on McCluskey. Pitch down low. Making the count go to 2-1. Drew Pfeiffer is at second base for Fennimore. Mason Adkins is your shortstop, and Mark Keeney made that nice catch of that line drive, is at third. 2-2 the count for McCluskey. In the outfield, Cam Winkers is in left. Austin Horn, the center fielder, and Will Onnen is over in right. 2-2 pitch with 1 out. Misses. Count goes full. The warm day, pretty humid, slight breeze blowing, it looks like, out towards center field. The diamond is in really nice shape. I'm going to guess it's a little hard from lack of moisture, but really nice shape. So a walk by McCluskey. He'll go to first.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of lack of rain here.
It's been something else.
I'm planning on cutting hay tomorrow, so it should even out.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Strike on Brady Russell, the second baseman, batting third in Prairie's lineup today. He'll be followed by Colton Thompson. We have one out, runner out first, and the runner in first is Aiden McCluskey. Fouled back right off the branch of the tree here. Count 0-2 on Russell. Lewandowski on the mound. Left-hander delivers. High.
Well, when it comes to your car, truck, or other vehicle, turn to the professionals at the Viroqua Auto Values Part Store. A little shout out to Darren and the crew at Auto
A toss
Value.
over to first. They'd have had him there. Throws low. It's going to go from the first base to the second baseman. And McCluskey's able to slide under the tag.
Jason Rude, the field ump tonight, calling him safe. Jason Rude, a great guy. Both the guys out here tonight, Brandon Mickelson and Jason Rude. I have not had the pleasure of working with Brandon yet this year, but I've worked quite a bit with Jason, and great guy, wealth of knowledge, has really taught me quite a bit about the game of umpiring.
We move along. I might ask you a couple questions.
Well, hopefully you're not looking for like really awesome answers, because
Then that's
I
your awesome
might-
is correct.
I
Or your interpretation.
and one of the things that I've struggled with a little bit this year is because I've bounced back and forth between softball and baseball,
Yeah.
and there's a couple things that don't translate from one to the other.
I have a brother that does the same thing, and he's like, yeah, it's difficult. They don't necessarily coincide.
Nope.
The
I
runner out
mean,
second is Aiden McCluskey. He gets his lead. And there's a pitch swung on and fouled down the right field side out of play. And again, Brady Russell at the bat. Count out 1-2 to him with one out. Russell will be followed by Colton Thompson. Pitch is outside, 2-2.
On a new addition to the Westby area, stop in to the newest spot in town, Beanie's Diner on the south side of Westby. We've got some delicious food from what I hear. I have not had the pleasure of being there yet.
All right, the 2-2 pitch is swung on and caught out there by Austin Horn, the center fielder, for out number 2. For a second, I thought a Horn maybe was going to overrun that. But he made a nice adjustment, and we now have 2 outs. Colton Thompson, the cleanup batter, is now batting. Left-handed batter, steps in there. Number 5. Left fielder for Prairie du Chien. Just finished his junior year in high school. And there's a called strike on Thompson. The swing and a miss. The runner at second is going to go on to third, and he'll be in there easily. Count 0-2 on Thompson. Runner at third and 2 down. Outside. Count now 1-2 to Thompson.
He thought about it for a little bit.
He did. He did just for a little bit. Number 5, Colton Thompson.
Well,
Down low.
thinking about things, it's going to get cold here before too long, even though it's July right now, but Mobile Lube Oils, Amoco Gasoline, and Amoco Prairie Diesel turn to Brigham Oil in Cashton for all of your fuel needs.
2-2 pitch. So a base hit to right field. And so Prairie du Chien will score the first run of the ball game. Thompson with a single.
RBI single for Thompson brings up right fielder number 32, Chase Fisher.
Number 5 batter in Prairie's lineup, Chase Fisher. Right fielder steps in now, number 32. Runner at first is Thompson. Pitch from Lewandowski. Pie. One 0. Swung on. Fouled out of play. Count moves to 1-1. Prairie du Chien in this bottom half of the first inning. We're at 2-1. Thompson with a base hit to score Aiden McCluskey. 2-1 pitch. Swung on out towards center field. It's Horn, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So 1 run across for Prairie du Chien in this inning. It's 1-0 Prairie.
Back we come here to the top of the second inning. 1-0 our score.
All right, leading things off for Fennimore will be Lucas Lewandowski. He'll be followed by Devin Krul and then Austin the Horn.
Leading off for Fennimore,
Top of
the
2,
catcher, number 28, Max
Prairie du Chien leads
Miles.
1-0. John Nicholson on the mound for Prairie du Chien. Connor Smith behind the plate. First pitch. Miles is low and outside. Backstop.
A little bit different layout here than from the Park Bowl of what I've been used to seeing, where we've got a lot of real estate back behind home plate. This bounces right back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, a quick shout out to CNC Landscaping. They have trailers for rent or sale, various sizes to fit anyone's needs. They will have you up and running in no time.
Grounder to the third baseman. That's Maddox Cake will make the play over to first for out number 1.
Next up, the pitcher, number 4,
I've,
Lucas Lewandowski.
Seen Maddox a few times this summer playing with the Legion and the Junior Legion, and kind of that utility player. He's been all over. I've watched him play at shortstop. I've watched him pitch. I've watched him play third now.
Stepping in at the batter's box now, this will be the pitcher, Lucas Lewandowski. Lewandowski with number 1 on his back. Pitch was the ball. 1-0. Swung and missed by Landowski. Landowski just finished his sophomore year in high school. He was an all-conference player for Fennimore. Again, we know his grandpa fairly well. He had played softball for us a number of times. Yeah. And I remember right talking with Denny a year ago or somewhere in there too. He had just gotten done playing for the state of Wisconsin on a senior softball team. I don't remember where the tournament was from.
Oh, wow.
Was at, but he was out of state.
I'm sure he did pretty well.
Oh, I'm sure he did too. Yeah. 2-2 on Landowski. Pitch. Swung on, fouled off down the third base side. Again, the 2-2 pitch from Nicholson. Swing and a miss by Landowski.
And he got him twice on those inside pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, located on Highway 27 in Cashton, Cashton Farm Supply has organic poultry, organic eggs, and more for your organic specialists. Cashton Farm Supply.
2 out. Devin Krul steps to the plate, first baseman. For 2. One 0 pitch. Called strike. Krul has just finished his junior year in high school. 1-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Coleman picks, fires on over to McCluskey at first. 3 up, 3 down for Fennimore in this top half of inning number 2. Dylan Coleman. So 6, 7, and 8 in the Prairie lineup. Smith, batting left-handed, takes the first pitch for a ball. And Prairie up 1-0. Two and 0. Lucas Landowski on the mound for Fennimore. Behind the plate is Maximus Miles.
You don't hear too many
3-0.
Maximus names anymore.
Nope. I think he prefers to be called Max, but I, from wrestling and that, I've just known him as Maximus. But and unfortunately for him, that's what he might get called it for us. But I'll try to remember.
I have a grandson, Maximus, so
3-1 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. Devin Krul is the first baseman. Drew Pfeiffer at second base. Mason Adkins is the shortstop, and Mark Kenny is at third. And a strikeout. Swinging. Smith will be the first out of the
Next up,
bottom
is the
half of
pitcher,
inning number
10,
2.
John Nicholson.
Well, if you ever make your way to Soldiers Grove, check out the tasty deli offerings from Campbell's One Stop, or grab that delicious cup of coffee of your choosing.
John Nicholson, number 10, steps to the plate. All conference selection. Prairie du Chien this last year. Just finished his sophomore year. Excuse me, just finished his senior year. The ground ball up the middle over is Atkins, and he flies it over to first. Cool. Number 2.
With 2 out, now batting
Two
shortstop.
down.
Number 24, Dylan Coleman.
Dylan Coleman, shortstop, batting now, number 24. Dylan graduated a year ago. You know, either of you know what the guidelines are as for eligibility, how long players can come back and play?
We talked about that the other night, and the consensus is 18 as of the first of the year.
Oh, it's the age.
Yep.
Okay.
So depending on, I know Viroqua's team, right now the only person that would be ineligible next summer would be the shortstop Clayton Slack. So they could have a pretty good team coming back again next year.
Yeah. All right, 1-1 on Coleman, 2 outs, and a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Lewandowski delivers, and it's a swing and a miss. Catcher's going to get the ball, slow it on down to first as it bounced in there, and we got 3 up, 3 down. 1-0 Prairie after 2. At it now at the top of the 3rd inning, and it will be Austin Horn. Cam Winkers in the top of the order. Prairie du Chien, Connor Smith behind the plate.
We'll throw a quick shout out to Chaseburg Manufacturing, home of the famous Scrusher boot and shoe cleaning products. I will say baseball is a fan of that because in the dugout at Viroqua is a Scrusher.
A single to left center by Horn to lead things off here in the 3rd inning for Fennimore. Cam Winkers, the number 9 batter in Fennimore's lineup, playing left field, will step in at the plate. Down to the coaches. Coaching staff, head coach Derek Kephart for Fennimore, and he is assisted by Heath Hannon. They're at first, Austin Horn. He's single.
Allen's kind of a wrestling name, isn't it? I kind of recognize that.
And a good one. Called back. Cam Winkers. Junior year. Left fielder.
As much as I don't want the year to go by any faster, I am looking forward to a wrestling season again this year.
Good wrestling. Ken and I were just talking a little bit before the game here, too. Some changes in wrestling this year. If I got everything correct, that they're going to seed the state tournament. I think that will make for some better finals matches. The way the matrix was before, oftentimes the best match in a weight class was in the semis.
Well, it was in the semis, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. And then I think they made another change too with that 7-on-7 rule, where now you can have basically as many tournaments and matches as you want till 50. And you can't have after that. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop over to second for one and on to first for a double play. 4-3.
Well, you know, Minnesota had that a few years ago where they would hit the number 50. They couldn't have more than 50 matches before the beginning of their districts or whatever they called it.
Tournament. I think that's what it is going to be here in Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
Too, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Typically, a lot of guys around here, you wouldn't see much more than 30, 35 matches, really.
Mm-hmm.
But after what was the COVID year this last year and guys barely getting, 10, 12, I mean, there was a lot of records going into regionals and sectionals that were, under 10 matches.
Yeah.
Understandably,
Pfeiffer, top of the order, batting now.
A fluke.
2 outs. Pfeiffer flew out to center field his first at bat to lead off the game. Pfeiffer takes a called strike. Count now at 2-2 with 2 outs.
We'll do a quick name drop for American Family Insurance, the hardworking farm insurance coverage from your Star certified agency. That is American Family Insurance. Call 608-634-3612 or 638-3612.
Full count pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 up, 3 down for Fennimore in the 3rd inning. It's still 1-0 Prairie. All right.
Center fielder number 4, Owen Oldenburg.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be 9-1-2 batters for Prairie du Chien. And the first pitch is swung on by Oldenburg towards right field. The tree's blocking my way a little bit. I take it that it fell in there foul. I take it.
Yep, must be just a slight foul.
All right. Oldenburg will be followed by the top of the order, Maddox Chaka, and then Aiden McCluskey.
Well, the Chaseburg American Legion Post 202 wishes the best of luck to the Westby Coon Valley Legion baseball team and to all area participants. Continue to play with vigor and class throughout the remainder of the season.
0-1 to Oldenburg. Ball foul on the right hand side.
If the defense shifts a little bit now.
Right field foul.
Central Express in Cashton 35 years of serving the Cashton and surrounding areas with top-notch premium fuel for your vehicle, now with 24/7 pumps.
No outs. The 1-2 pitch from the dust. Just misses outside. Miles behind the plate. Full first. Count goes full after being 0-2. 5 pitches at second base. Third baseman is Martini. Mason. Count pitch. The outside, so after going down 0-2, Oldenburg works it wrong.
When it comes to services from Compeer Financial, be sure to have your farm business tax preparation completed by the people that know farm business, as well as farm accounting services, appraisals, life insurance, and more. Compeer Financial.
Maddox Jacob steps to the bat. Lined out.
Oh, we're going to have a pickle.
And the throw, this time from the first baseman to the second baseman, is going to get the runner. How do you call it? Caught stealing? Yeah, he really wasn't stealing until the throw came over to first.
He was just trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
He wasn't sneaky enough.
Oldenburg is out.
Jake, I thought about that one for a little bit, a little check swing.
No pitch to Jacob. High. Outfield for Fennimore. Cam Winkers is in the left. Austin Horn is in center. Swing and miss by Jacob. Will Hahn is in right.
Well, we'd like to congratulate Coon Valley Dairy Supply as they celebrate 75 years of supporting the surrounding communities. And Larry and the crew look forward to seeing you for another 75 years. Coon Valley Dairy Supply, Coon Valley.
Jacob takes a full cut at that one, but misses. Full. Prairie du Chien led by Nate Cheka. Thompson. Bounces in. So another walk. So far.
Jacob with a 1-out walk. Brings up first baseman Aiden McCluskey.
Coon Valley American Legion is delighted to continue sponsoring the Badger Boys State representative for the 2021 Badger State Boys season. The Coon Valley American Legion.
Husky, left-handed batter steps in. Husky walked the first time out and scored the game's only run. And that was scored on a base hit by Colton Thompson. First Maddox, Cheka. His pitch is on and popped out.
Coon Valley Tax Service. Nanjean Schultz reminds everyone to be sure to give her a call and set up your time for the next tax season, which as fast as this summer has gone, it's going to be here
You know, we're
real
getting
quick.
close to football season.
We are. Viroqua had their 3-day camp ended today.
How's it looking? Or?
You know, we're looking all right.
Good.
We had 20, 22, 22, and 23 kids here over the last 3 days. Hold up. You know, you always want to see more, but
Yep.
sure as heck glad we didn't see less.
And
No,
you
we're
know,
gonna-
that seems to be a trend.
It is, and I've talked to a lot of people about that, and part of it, I think, is there's less farm kids who go out for a sport just to get out of doing chores.
Swing and miss by McCluskey. I think that's probably true. Those farm kids are oftentimes the ones that really provided
Yep.
strength to the program.
You know, and you know, we talk about weight room. You know, get in the weight room, get stronger, get bigger, get faster.
1-2 pitch.
You don't-
Strike on McCluskey.
You don't have kids pitching small squares every day for 3 months. It shows.
With 1 on and 2 out, and now batting second baseman.
Well,
Brady
Coon Valley
McCluskey.
Telecommunications, be sure to contact Carol before you dig. The Coon Valley Telecommunications will be there to assist you with fast, friendly service.
Brady Russell steps in. out to center field. Second out in the first inning. See if Jacob try to steal a base here. He does. Swung on and fouled back.
But
Retreat to first.
pretty tough. You got to watch what you're doing with a left-handed pitcher.
Yep, and we've seen that already twice. Dombrowski got somebody leaning or just a little bit too far off, and did get the out once. High, 2-1. Russell will be followed by Colton Thompson.
Quality design when it comes to your next renovation job, or if you're building a new home, contact Link Buckles.
Ground ball to the second baseman, Pfeiffer, and puts it to Mason Atkins covering second. Out number 3. No runs across here for Prairie in the third. They lead 1-0.
Contact Link Buckles for all your countertop needs. 634-2040.
Let's go back to Chuck and Carl.
All right, starting things off for Fennimore in the top half of the fourth inning will be Jason Atkins. He'll be followed by Will Annan and Mark Kenny. Nicholson still on the mound for Prairie du Chien.
Not to start talking about food right away, but from Butterburgers to Culver's Classics, Culver's of Viroqua makes great, has many great choices to satisfy your appetite, and it's got free Wi-Fi for you kids. So Culver's of Viroqua.
Foul ball by Atkins. Count it 1-1. There's a bunt put down, and it's going to be a tough play, and it'll be a base hit by Atkins. Nice bunt.
Single for Atkins brings up right fielder Will Annan.
Will Annan steps in now with a runner at first base. Nobody out. Annan, fly ball to right field in the first inning for the second out.
Lori and the rest of the Eagle Title Company and staff wish everyone the best of luck throughout this tournament series.
Pitch in tight to Annan. Annan, right fielder, just graduated this past spring from Fennimore. Pitch from Nicholson. Swung on, hit towards center field. Center fielder Oldenburg will make the catch for out number 1. Bring up Mark Kenny. Kenny flew out to center field to end the first inning. 22.
The outfield here looks really nice and groomed.
It does.
And speaking of that, Effinger's Sales and Service. When it comes to quality sales and service, be sure to talk to Mark or Todd for all of your home and garden equipment needs.
One out. Runner at first is Mason Adkins. Kenny at the plate. First pitch for a ball. All ball by Kenny. No defensive changes for Prairie du Chien that I am aware of, so that would be Aiden McCluskey at first base, Connor Smith behind the plate, second baseman Brady Russell, shortstop Dylan Coleman, and Maddox Chaka is at third. 1-1 pitch for Nicholson. And it's foul down the left field line. The second straight. The outfield for Prairie, Colton Thompson in left. Owen Oldenburg is in center field, and Chase Fisher in right.
Shout out to Embroider and More of Main Street and Main Street Design in Westby. When it comes to family reunions, team apparel, special events, or business attire, call Greg or Amanda at 634-3060. That's Embroidery and More in Westby.
Throw over to first. Now the 1-2. Going to be a called strike. Throw down to first isn't in time. Kenny goes down looking for out number 2. And it's going to bring up Max Miles, the catcher, number 28. Miles grounded 5-3 for the first out in inning number 2. Miles will be followed by Lucas Landowski. Colton Thompson is in left. Owen Oldenburg in center field, and Chase Fisher is in right. Foul out of play by Miles. Fly ball out towards center field. Center fielder Owen Oldenburg will make the call and the catch for out number 3. No runs across for Fennimore here in this 4th inning.
Well, moving right along here in tonight's ball game as we are in the bottom half of inning number 4, halfway through. Here we go back to Chuck and Carl.
All right, thanks, Ken. This will be Colton Thompson. He'll be followed by Chase Fisher and Connor Smith for Prairie du Chien. Prairie leads 1-0 after 3.5. Thompson takes a good, healthy swing. Misses. Lucas Sandowski back on the mound. Either one of you know what the... I don't think either pitcher's in much trouble of anything right now. They've been very efficiently pitched. What is the pitch count?
I know that.
Okay.
Ooh, I do too.
Go ahead.
I'll see if you're right.
I don't.
I'm going to say 105.
It is 105.
Yay.
Okay, now my next question.
Uh-oh.
You get to 105. If they would do that, can they pitch again in this tournament, or how many days do they have to have off?
I think they gotta have 3 days.
Yeah.
So, they
So
could pitch
if there
on
was a game on Sunday,
Sunday.
they could pitch again on Sunday.
Okay. What is the maximum they could pitch again tomorrow?
See, Legion has some weird rule where you can't pitch. I don't think you can pitch 2 days in a row. We
Yeah,
talked about. I had a conversation with one of the junior Legion guys, and I said, well, in theory, you could probably pitch 30 pitches each
No,
day.
it is full.
And they said no, because they want to avoid that scenario where you're bringing in that same closer,
Yeah.
the shutdown closer guy at the end of every inning or at the end of every game.
Okay.
So I think you have to skip a day.
No Josh Hader in Legion ball.
Josh Hader,
All right.
the name that actually got brought up was Randy Johnson.
Oh, there you go.
But, even a lot of kids playing ball right now don't even know who Randy Johnson
Right,
is.
right.
Well, you got to look up the YouTube video where he hits the bird with a pitch. It's just this cloud of feathers.
All right. Brings
Speaking
up
of
Chase
birds,
Fisher. Nobody out. Runner on first, Colton Thompson.
the Eagles, the Fraternal Order of the Viroqua Eagles, number 2707, has been around since 1898. And the Viroqua unit has had a great example of what that organization stands for. Be sure to support their cancer telethon in late January every year.
Bat pulled back in time by Fisher, so the pitch was missed the strike zone, so it's 1-0. There's a called strike on Fisher, making the count now at 1-1. We're in the fourth inning. Bottom of 4. Prairie du Chien up 1-0 against Fennimore.
I don't know if you can tell, Ken, but I've really been working on my segues.
You're doing a great job with those.
Fielded by Kenny. On over to Krul for first. Sacrifice is complete. 5-3 for out number 1.
What I'm not doing very well on is operating the camera. You may need to fire me, but
Oh, wait a minute.
I could hire a lawyer. And Hopkins & Hopkins Law Office of Viroqua, located at 757 North Main Street in Viroqua. George and Steph Hopkins are ready to help you when it comes to all your legal concerns.
Connor Smith steps up to the plate, takes the first pitch for a strike.
That was really impressive.
You like that? That's good.
Smith, catcher today for Prairie. Number 18 on his back. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, Pfeiffer. Over to first. Devin Krul for out number 2.
I don't know about you, Chuck, but I think this is like my 4th year, maybe, helping Ken out. And I've been trying to get fired for 4 years, and it hasn't worked at all.
Well, I had that feeling a few more years ago than that.
Yeah, you guys have like a 30-year plus history, don't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, actually, quite a while.
Yeah. Oh, pitch followed back by Nicholson.
I mean, think about it. It was all the way back. We used to play 4-H ball against each other.
Yeah, back when we were about 10 and 11 probably.
It's like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Thanks, Carl.
There's kind of a blooper out towards left field. Left fielder Winkers is going to go over, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. Prairie leads 1-0 after 4.
back we come here to Stoddard in the Village Park, and boy, what a great ball game here. It's been a little bit of a pitcher's duel and some pretty good defense here, Chuck, as it's 1-0.
Both pitchers have been pretty efficient as far as hitting the strike zone. And Nicholson back on the mound for Prairie here to start the 5th inning. And at the plate is Lucas Lindowski, his counterpart for Fennimore, the pitcher. Misses first pitch. Second pitch, Lindowski went down swinging for the second out in the 2nd inning.
You know, and just like any other sport too, you know, you expect your athletes to peak at the proper time, and right now is when you're wanting everybody to reach that. And the pitching sure seems like they've
Done well.
culminating their season right now.
Cool.
This will be Devin Krul, the first baseman. Number 2 batting now. He grounded out to the shortstop. 3rd out in the 2nd inning. It's the first pitch for a called strike.
All the pitchers are sure getting the job done right, and so else does Jansen Concrete. And for the first time is very important for today's economy. So get the experts from Jansen Concrete for all your ag, commercial, and residential walls, flatwork, and excavating needs. Jansen Concrete of Westby.
1-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit toward the first baseman. McCluskey will get it. He'll go 3 unassisted to the 2nd out.
That was pretty good communication between him and the pitcher as he put his hand up right away and said, "I've got this. I'm going to be able to beat the runner to first base."
2 down. This will bring in Austin Horn. Horn base hit. Lead off the 3rd inning. And then was taken out on a 6-4-3 double.
Shout out to some law offices here for experienced, skillful guidance when it comes to protecting you and your family. Go to Jenkins, Stillberg, and Men Law Offices in Viroqua. Call 637-3774.
2 outs. 1-1 pitch from Nicholson. Swung on and fouled off by Austin Horn. Horn singled to left center field. Fly ball out towards right center. Who's going to make the catch?
Ooh, almost a collision. No catch.
No catch. The ball was
That's
on the
gonna be-
ground. Horn doing the hustle job. And he'll go to 3rd. I'm going to guess that they'll call that a hit. I'm going to call it that right now.
Just looking through the ads here, I see an ad for Johnson Chiropractic. Jerry Johnson was my Little League baseball coach. So a little shout out to him and the Rockwilers team of the early 90s.
That would have been 30 years ago also.
Almost 30 years ago. So Dr. Jerry Johnson hopes to see you for your next chiropractic appointment on the south side of La Crosse, 4435 Marmon Cooley Road. Call 778-4435 today.
Might as well get another 1 or 2 while Nate's out there.
Oh, yeah. So if you're watching this and you're hungry, because we've already talked a little bit about food, head over to Legacy Grill and Pub. Jeff Lenzer invites you to stop in and try his daily luncheon specials throughout the week. Located at 110 Central Ave in Coon Valley, the Legacy Grill and Pub offers various menu specials. Just take a moment, eat outside on their new patio area.
Left fielder, Cam.
All right, Cam Winkers will step in now. Left fielder. He grounded into that 6-4-3 double play back in the 3rd. Runner on 3rd. And a fly ball out towards center field. It's going to be Oldenburg. Oldenburg will make the catch on the 3. Fennimore goes down, leaving a runner on 3rd here in the 5th inning.
Stoddard, let's come back to Chuck and Carl.
All right, we have some defensive changes. We'll get to those in just a second here. It's Dylan Coleman leading off things here in the 5th inning for Prairie du Chien. Prairie du Chien leading 1-0. Coleman, the shortstop, and a fly ball out towards right field. Will Anand is out there in right, and he'll make the call and catch for out number 1. F9 defensively, Mark Kinney is in now pitching. Lucas Landowski goes out to the left field. Cameron Winkers is out of the game, and McCoy Fitzgerald moves over to third base. So Mark Kinney on the mound for Fennimore. And there's another fly ball hit towards right field, and that's going to fall in there. And that the batter is Owen Oldenburg. He's into second easily with a double.
That was a nice hit. I was almost late getting here tonight because I had to stop and get gas and a piece of pizza, and I got that at Main Street Mobile Mart. So be sure to check out Main Street Mobile Mart's homemade pizza, and I can tell you for a fact, it's not terrible.
That's good to know.
So you can buy the slice or the whole pie. Call ahead and have them make one up for you. 637-3388.
Top of the order is Maddox Jacob. Jacob swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, and with 1 out and a runner on second. On the mound again, Mark Kinney. In relief of Lucas Landowski. There's a foul ball down the left field line. Count goes to 0-2 on Cheka. Cheka has lined out to the third baseman in the first inning and then walked back in the third.
Carl, another place you can go is at Viola Quick Stop, by the way. That's Travis and Angie Iggy. Hoping that you're enjoying today's broadcast. Stop in for all of their favorite food items.
You know, Nordic Lanes doesn't have bad pizza either. And they are also a proud supporter of the area events. So Nordic Lanes in Westby offers great luncheon specials as well as many delicious pizzas for you to choose from. That's Nordic Lanes, open 7 days a week. Call ahead at 634-4000.
Count 1-2 now on Cheka. Runner on first, 1 out. Or excuse me, runner on second with 1 out. And it's fouled back again. Fouling straight back, they say you're not very far off of driving that pitch to center field.
Nope, you're just hitting the bottom half of the ball. O'Reilly Auto Parts is also a proud sponsor of today's broadcast of Legion Baseball Action, and be sure to visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts for top-notch vehicle products.
Cheka strikes out that pitch, that toughest one to hold off of. That kind of shoulder high, a little tight. It's one of those that say, I can drive the heck out of that. And it's in the catcher's mitt. So with 2 outs, we're going to bring up Aiden McCluskey. McCluskey has walked and scored and then struck out looking back in the third inning. McCluskey, the only run of the game so far. McCluskey just finished his junior year in high school. Number 25 playing first base today.
Must have been that sweet mullet.
Say thanks to the Viroqua Dental Center, by the way. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of Legion Regional Baseball Action. Stop in and see Dr. Leon Klum for your next dental appointment.
Well, I'm glad you stepped in with an ad because I had no segue for mullet.
Okay, I got one here too. Did you ever see a picture of Ken with a mullet?
Oh,
No.
I didn't either, but I'd like to plant that picture in people's minds out there of Ken Manning with a mullet. And,
You know what? It's not too late, Ken.
yeah, there you go.
oh yeah, it is. It's way too late. What do you mean?
Well, they call those skullets, where it's you're not much on top, but there's a big party going on in the back.
All right, McCluskey up 2-0 with 2 outs. And now it's 1-2. 2-1, excuse me.
Some horror show going to be coming up. Maybe if I could do that. We'll have to wait and see.
2 down, runner on third.
Well, this summer's been really fun trying to get some hay made. I've been breaking down a lot, and that's what reminded me of Portland Implement, because I have went there many times this summer, and they have over 35 years experience in the oh, no, wrong ad.
The 3-1.
They have equipment for all of your farming needs: Komodo, Vermeer, Gale, Husky, and New Holland, because that's what I've got. They have parts for that. So call Portland Implement at 654-5575 and get all your professional support and information that you need.
Klutsky took that pitch, thought it was a ball, and he had to check back with the umpire just to verify, and it was. He'll walk on down to, or trot on down to first base. Now we got runners at first and third. Brings up Brady Russell. Russell has hit a fly ball to center field, and then I got it 4-6 here, but that
Just a little high.
it's a little nice pop to the mid on that one.
Well, your Viroqua Food Co-op is your all-organic grocery store. Be sure to stop in there on the north side of downtown Viroqua.
Pop up, and it's going to go over our heads.
Ooh,
And you heard it there.
That'll get you.
yeah, that'll wake you up.
Yeah.
So Proline Printing and all county signs. Contact Chet for all of your printing needs. Fast, professional, and courteous service with quality products is always on Chet's mind. Stop in at 223 South Main in Viroqua and get a quote today.
The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to the shortstop, and he lets go right between the wickets. And Russell will reach on an error.
Well, that's just a tough break for him. That was looking like going to be out of the inning.
Yep.
That might have been what the shortstop was thinking.
Yeah.
Now batting with 2 out, left fielder Colton Thompson.
Run comes across for Prairie du Chien. They take a 2-0 lead. We are in the bottom half of inning number 5.
The Richland Grant Telephone Cooperative is a customer-owned, customer-governed with customer benefits since 1951. Now up to 100 megabits with unlimited use, unlimited long-distance packages, and free high-def television included.
Colton Thompson, the left-handed hitting left fielder, in at bat now. He's reached both times that he has batted so far. The first time with an RBI single to right field, and then with a walk back in the 4th. Here he is batting in the 5th with runners at first and second and 2 down. The cleanup hitter for Prairie du Chien just finished his junior year in high school.
Thanks going out to the Viroqua Public Market. Stop in and see Rachel Olson and her team. They're willing to help you browse the many vendors located at the Viroqua Public Market.
3-0 count to Thompson. You give him the green light here? Must
Well,
not
you
have.
You got runner in scoring position on second. You almost got to make sure that 2-0 lead lasts 2 more inning and a half, I guess I should say.
And Thompson will walk for the second time in this game. Russell moves on over to second, and McCluskey on over to third. And that'll bring up Chase Fisher, the right fielder.
Ty Wagner.
Excuse me. We got a change here.
Yep.
Ty Wagner.
Jake is talking to the home plate ump, doing some substitutions. So we'll take this time to acknowledge Riverbank from Home Mortgages, car, personal, or business loans. Stop into the folks that know you as an individual. The Riverbank. Down home people with down home values, serving you each and every day.
So Ty Wagner in batting for Chase Fisher. Wagner, another left-handed batter for Prairie. He'll take that first pitch outside for a ball. Wagner just finished his freshman year. And appreciate all this information given to us as far as by coaches and some spectators for each of the teams. Hope everything is correct.
Thanks to the Viroqua Monument, understanding the family's needs, picking up the most touching personal monument for their loved one. That's the #1 goal for Kathy Schowen, Viroqua's Viroqua Monument.
And we'll hit one of the local businesses here in Stoddard, from brakes, engine, transmissions, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, wheel alignments, muffler, exhaust repairs, oil changes, and tire sales and service. Riverview Auto in Stoddard.
The 1-0 pitch to Wagner. Makes it now 2-0.
I've seen a lot of those high and outside pitches in the last couple batters.
Yep. And again, Mark Kinney on the mound now. Took over for Lucas Lindowski.
Rudy's Bar and Hotel wishes good luck to all the Stoddard Legion and other area Legion baseball teams in this tournament series. With over 50 years, Rudy's has been a favorite spot for fishermen and hunters alike, with their hotel stay, which is always a bargain price.
Count now 2-2 on Ty Wagner with the bases loaded and 2 outs. I haven't counted how many left-handed batters that we've seen so far, but quite a nice thing to have is a bunch of lefties in your lineup. Count goes full. Runners will be getting themselves a pretty good lead here. And off on the pitch with 2 down.
When it comes to filling your pharmaceutical needs quickly and efficiently with the highest care and knowledge for all your well-being, contact Scenic Bluffs Community Health Centers in Cashton, Norwalk, Viroqua, and Sparta.
Count remains full. Runners again will get a good lead. And when the pitch goes, they're off. And it's a walk by Wagner. 3rd walk in the inning. And that will score Aiden McCluskey.
And we're going to get a timeout here as the coach comes out. We can take a look at Viroqua Hills Golf. Well, stop in and say hi to Tom or Ryan, located on the south side. It's a beautiful course, very challenging, and 6,300 yards. Boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one. But I enjoy going out there. I get my 4 or 5 miles walking, I guess.
There you go. Well, and I will also plug in a shameless plug for the Booster Club, because August 1st at the Viroqua Hills Golf Course, we will be having our first annual golf outing.
That's right.
And I know Ken is sponsoring a hole with the Western Wisconsin Video Productions.
Now you're going to have to change that date down the road so it doesn't conflict with the State Legion tournament.
This was kind of a last-minute thing, and I say last minute. It's been about a month and a half in the works.
Yeah.
Another left-handed batter that steps in. This is Connor Smith. 0 for 2 so far. He has struck out and grounded out for 3. He slaps one towards left. It's going to be down there for a base hit. The runner from second is going to be scoring, and the runner from first going on into third. And so Connor Smith, the 2 RBI single.
And that could almost be the nail.
Yes. Yep.
It's 5-0 now, bottom of the 5th.
Thanks to WCCU, the Westby Co-op Credit Union, they now have 9 branches in the area. Prairie du Sac, the latest added to the credit union, thanks to Kevin Hauser and crew.
John Nicholson steps up now with runners on the corners. 2 outs. First pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. Nicholson has grounded out 6-3 and then has flown out to left field. 0 for 2 today.
Located in downtown Coon Valley, Sealands Carpetland offers a great selection of floor coverings, whether it's residential or commercial. It's locally owned. You know them, and they are there to help. Sealands Carpetland of Coon Valley. 608-452-3129.
Called strike on Nicholson. One. See if the runner on first takes off. Nope. There's a hit through the gap between, just to the right-hand side of the shortstop. It'll be a base hit. Scores a run on that RBI.
I thought Smith was going to hit third base on that, but he kind of held up a little bit.
Thanks to Whaling Farms and Country Store, and of course that's Farmer Danica. When it comes to farm fresh organic products, stop in at Whaling Farms, and they're located 5 miles west on Westby's Jory Road.
Dylan Coleman steps in now. Am I right? Yes. And there's a hard hit ball to deep right center field.
That'll score 2 for sure. And give him a triple.
Coleman in easily. And the ball gets by and it's going to be out of play, and Coleman will be able to get to home there. So a triple and an error for Coleman.
Well, I guess that's the floodgates right there.
Yep. 9-0 now.
Tough one.
Well, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford in Viroqua's Sleepy Hollow. Be sure to stop in and look over their nearly 400 vehicles on display.
We'll bring up Oldenburg. Oldenburg has reached twice, a walk. Got caught stealing. And there's a pop-up behind the first baseman. The second baseman's going to make the call, and he'll make the catch, and that was Drew Pfeiffer for out number 3. But a big inning here for Prairie du Chien. They now lead 9-0.
And before we go to break, I want to say thanks to the Westby Area School District and Mr. Steve Michaels, the superintendent, as he has been kind enough to allow Channel 7 to be the site for tomorrow's West Salem Regional Tournament action. We appreciate that very, very much. Hope you can join us there or right back here on Channel 14. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Nobody left. We go to the top of 6. Go up for Fennimore.
And we come back here to the Stoddard Village Park. We're moving into the latter part of the innings here with the 6th coming right up.
Back on the mound for inning number 6 would be John Nicholson. Nicholson has pitched himself a very good game so far. I think I have no runs, 3 hits for Fennimore. So very efficient. Another pitch followed back. Count goes in 0-2. On Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer flown to center field and struck out.
Well, if you enjoy a nice, quiet game of golf, then head to the Snowflake Ski and Golf near Westby on County Road P. You will find a beautiful 9-hole par 3 course that you will truly enjoy.
Another pitch fouled off by Pfeiffer.
Carl, it's going to be easier to get down there now too. The
Road
bridge
construction
they
is
finally
done.
got it fixed up. Yep. So free flowing roads now.
That's been my only golf excursion this whole summer was one little trip down to Snowflake. And Eric Anderson just beat the crap out of me.
Fly ball towards center field. Oldenburg will make the catch. Out number 1 in the top of the 6th. And that will bring up Mason Adkins. Adkins reached on an error by the shortstop in the first inning and then singled. Infield single in the 4th.
Shortstop Mason Atkins.
Quick shout out to the Seelan Funeral Home in Coon Valley. The Seelan family has been serving Coon Valley and the surrounding communities since 1965 with compassion, empathy, and patience. Call Mark at 453-3128 for personal one-on-one care and guidance during the most difficult time as you honor
Ground
your
ball to
loved
the
one's
shortstop.
life.
Coleman will have another error. 3-6. Both of those errors coming on ground balls by Adkins. Adkins reaches for his 3rd time. We'll bring up Will Onnen, the right fielder. Onnen is flown to right and flown to center field.
Will Allen.
1 out. Runner on first, Mason Adkins. John Nicholson on the mound. The pitch. High. Try to do the defensive lineup for Prairie du Chien again here. It's John Nicholson on the mound, Connor Smith behind the plate, Aiden McCluskey over at first. Onnen steps out. Second baseman is Brady Russell. Maddox Chaka is at third, and Dylan Coleman is your shortstop for Prairie du Chien. Adkins gets his lead. Called strike on Onnen. The outfield for Prairie, Colton Thompson in left. Owen Oldenburg is in center field, and Chase Fisher there in right. Onnen, line drive. Oh, a nice pick by the second baseman. But the throw not in time to Coleman covering the base. Down is a base hit by Onnen, and Adkins over to second.
Now batting the pitcher, Mark Kenny.
Mark Kenny
1 out.
now batting. Kenny moved into the game as pitcher last inning. Called strike on Kenny. Kenny has flown out to center field and struck out looking.
When it comes to down-home care for your vehicle, be sure to stop in and see Russ Cornford at Star Auto Service in Coon Valley. He also has some storage units available. As well, then see Star Mini Storage at 101 Jackburg Lane in Coon Valley, and contact Russ at 654-3077.
Ground ball to the shortstop over to second for 1, and then on to first for a double play.
Double play.
Another 6-4-3.
Second double play we've seen in tonight's ball game.
Yes. No runs across. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Prairie up 9-0.
A little bit early here and talk what's coming up in the next game, and also get a chance to talk a little bit more about with a couple of those sponsors. I'll say thanks going out to the Westby American Legion. I appreciate those guys so much for helping us out here. Wishing the best of luck to the Westby Coon Valley Legion team. I'd like to thank the young men for another fun, exciting season of Legion baseball action. And coming up here, it's going to be the Westby Legion squad, Westby Coon Valley, and they are going to be tangling, or check that, I mean, it's the Viroqua coming up here. They're going to be tangling with Stoddard. Tomorrow, getting things started right off the bat, it will be the Westby Legion taking on Gaze Mills on Channel 7 at noon tomorrow from the West Salem baseball field. Carl, you got another group you'd like to talk about there?
Sure would. Southwestern Wisconsin's preferred overhead door company, Swenson Doors. With decades of experience, they can get your overhead door operational in no time. Call Swenson Doors today at 637-7664 or stop in and take a look at their Armar selection of doors at 117 FS Drive in Viroqua.
Bottom of the 6th of the Maddox Chaco will be followed by Aiden McCluskey and Brady Russell. 1, 2, 3 in the Prairie order. Prairie up 9-0. We are in the bottom of 6. Swing and miss by Chaco. He takes healthy swings, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Special thanks to T's Auto Sales and Service. He has highly trained, certified technicians that would treat your vehicle as if it was their own. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. T's Auto Sales and Service. 457-3041.
3-1 on Chaco. It's Mark Kinney back on the mound. Fly ball towards center field. Austin Horn will make the catch for out number 1.
With 1 out, now batting first baseman Aiden McCluskey.
The Marketplace in Gaze Mills. Stop in and see Tanya and her wonderful crew at the Marketplace. 118 Misty Valley Avenue, Gaze Mills, 735-4523 with Cenex gasoline products for all your vehicles.
Aiden McCluskey steps up, left-handed batter, been on base twice, both by walks, and has scored 2 runs. And sandwiched in between was a strikeout looking. Back up to the plate here in the 6th inning.
Throw a couple more out here. Jim Showen for all of your excavating needs in the surrounding area with decades of experience. Jim and his crew will take care of your needs with expert work. 608-735-4929. That's the Showen Company of Gaze Mills.
Count now 2-1. Klutsky takes for a called strike 2. Now they do have a 10-run rule, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. McCluskey kind of looked back questioningly, and that put the reinforcement in the mind of the umpire there that, yep, that was a strike. You're right.
I'll finish my run of ads with another Stoddard business. When it comes to great food, be sure to stop in at the Thirsty Turtle on Main Street in Stoddard. Famous burgers and much more. Be sure to have their turtle burger in the half-pound or the 5-ounce. Call Cheryl at 457-9115.
With that foul ball, the count 0-2 on Brady Russell. Russell has flown out to center field. Made the 3rd out in the 3rd inning and then reached on an error by the shortstop and scored in inning number 5. 2 outs here in bottom half of inning number 6. Prairie leading 9-0. Foul ball by Russell. It's Mark Kinney on the mound. Max Miles behind the plate. Devin Krul is the first baseman. Drew Pfeiffer, second base. Mason Adkins, the shortstop. And McCoy Fitzgerald is now playing third baseman. Fitzgerald will get the opportunity. Picks and throws. And there's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here for Prairie in the home half of inning number 6.
For Prairie du Chien in the bottom of 6. 3 up, 3.
Well, thanks again going out to all of those terrific sponsors bringing you today's action here from Stoddard. Let's turn the play-by-play over for one more inning.
Fitzgerald will swing in first pitch and get himself a base hit to left field. So now runners occupy all three bases, and they'll go back to the top of the order and bring up Drew Pfeiffer.
Second baseman, Drew Pfeiffer.
Two down, bases loaded. Fennimore down 9-0. Called back.
Sounded like it was off the top of the catcher's helmet.
Yeah, I was off one of them, and I think it was the catcher. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Making now 0-2 with that foul ball.
Another great sponsor. Stop down and check out the Viroqua VFW for great nightly specials Friday nights, where we have our delicious fish fry along with our soup and salad bar. So let us take care of supper for you here at the Viroqua VFW.
And we have a strikeout to end the game here. And so John Nicholson pitches a complete game shutout. They win 9-0 Prairie du Chien.
Well, excuse me. Thanks going out to the Westby Rod and Gun, inviting you to stop in and check out their numerous breakfast plates. You'll find them on Saturday and Sundays. Breakfast beginning at 7 a.m., Sunday at 8, and they'll go until 11:30. And also, terrific, some very, very good noon luncheon specials that they have. You just can't go wrong. Stop in and say hi to Steve. And we certainly hope that you're enjoying tonight's Western Wisconsin Video Production, LLC, of Legion Regional Baseball action. My thanks going out to all those super sponsors that have made this possible. And my thanks going out to the two gentlemen here working with me tonight, Carl Zuby here in Viroqua and Chuck Rasmussen from Lancaster, as we continue on with tonight's broadcast. And Chuck, I see you're working feverishly there to get the final tallies on things. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. I'm going to have to let you guys go out of here for just a second.
I thought you might have been going a little more there. So, but Carl, we take a look here at tonight's ball game. It winds up a 9-0 whitewashing that Prairie du Chien able to use one pitcher to get through the game. That really helps them and their cause to not have to burn any more pitchers potentially in this tournament.
Keeps them fresh. And, you know, the first few innings of this game, you didn't know which way it was going to go.
Right.
You know, it was real tight. It was 1-0 up until, the fourth inning, Chuck?
Something like that, I would
Something
think.
right around there? You'd think I'd know because we just watched it.
It might have even been the fifth inning.
Prairie scored their runs in the fifth.
Okay.
Yep, so through the
big
fourth.
runs,
Yeah.
Well, that was close.
Yeah. Well, you know, to have something like that, and you could see the excitement in Nate Cheka as he was coaching third when he saw an opportunity to get maybe an extra run. He was waving those guys in because of that tight ball game. It's the one thing you want to make sure of is that you not slip up in a game that maybe you should win.
Yep, and that's a hard place to be in there coaching third, because you're responsible to, if you're sending somebody and they don't make it. That's
Yep. It looks kind of ugly on your plate. Well, again, coming up here at 7:30, maybe a little bit before, it'll be a ball game between the Viroqua 138ers, and they'll take on the Stoddard Legion team, the home team here, hosting tonight. And, of course, the quest on this, Carl, is to get to the state tournament that's going to be held up near Green Bay, Denmark. And interesting side note with that, Denmark is the spring state high school champions in Division II, so they have a really good team. Going to be fun.
Be a great tournament to be in.
Yeah, it will be. Well, let's turn over to Chuck here as he comes up with the tallies.
All right, for Fennimore, they lose this game 9-0, 0 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. And we have Austin Horn, the only member of the Fennimore squad. He picks up 2 hits. He goes 2 for 3. And for Prairie du Chien, the Blackhawks, or the Grasshoppers here, they win 9-0, 9 runs on just 5 hits, and they commit 2 errors. And we have nobody from the Hoppers team with the multiple hits. The winning pitcher is going to be John Nicholson, and the losing pitcher, the loss goes to Lucas Landowski. Ken, 9-0 is our final score.
All right. Well, we certainly hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin Video Production, LLC. We'll take the time out. How about that for just a few moments, and we'll come back here to Stoddard with Viroqua and Stoddard on the diamond. We'll see you real soon, folks. Thanks for joining us.